Hello. We're online. Okay. I went into my AJ Bell, right? And whatever that's got. However, I'm not going to get into fucking financial details on here. That's not a good idea. But it's got however much, right? We've all got a little bit of money, little bit of money in like stocks and savings, whatever, the little bits that they give us. I'm one of you guys, all right? I'm not a fucking, whatever. I'm from a more socioeconomically privileged background. That's fine. That allows me to buy this gear and talk to you. And I'm sorry that you can't even do that, but you probably wouldn't do it if you had the capacity to. So let's just drop the bullshit right now. Whatever little money I've got in like savings and like investments, of course it's up. I haven't looked at it because I don't like that bullshit, right? I'm on the same page as you. I don't like that bullshit. I don't think about the stock market ever. It never crosses my mind apart from when I meet up with my parents and they tell, because they're worried for me, right? And they want me to have like a fallback, whatever they just want, So it's like, how's it? Otherwise it never crosses my mind. I don't like thinking about it even. I don't think about it in terms of bad. I don't think about it in terms of good. It doesn't cross my mind. But of course I went on there today. Why? Because I want to promote this video and I don't have enough money to do it. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Formally, as an individual, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So I don't have enough money to advertise a video that I wanted to advertise on YouTube because I know it's not going to get promoted through the algorithm otherwise, unless I give them cold, hard cash and say, shut the fuck up, take my money and give me a community. Sorry guys, that's how you had to find me. And of course it's up, right? Plus whatever the fuck percent. And it occurred to me, of course it's up because they want us to keep putting all of our time and money and effort and our thoughts into it constantly. So of course it's speculative. So people much smarter than me who were around before me have already spoken about this. And they spoke about how you have the real world. And in the real world you've got like iron and steel. And now we've got like this thing called Uber, and now we've got this thing called Snapchat, and now we've got this thing called Spotify. It's really fucking good. It's nice. Yeah, you get your music instantly. You get your travel instantly. Fine. Technology's pretty good, man. Technology's pretty cool. I'm a software engineer myself. I think technology's pretty cool. So to handle all of that, in reality, we made this thing called the stock market. You've probably heard of it, right? And initially it was to like help the transfer of capital flows is what they call it, right? If you're an investor and you're like, Spotify's good, then you give money to Spotify and they can build a product for consumers that think it's good, and everyone's happy at the end of the day, right? That's the typical fucking image they sell you, right? Investor gets his money, you get your good product, everyone's happy, lackadaisical, okay. But at a certain fucking point, when everyone in reality is invested in this separate thing, the stock market, the stock exchange, it starts floating free of reality. Why? Because everyone's involved in it already as a process, so it starts running off. So some cleverer people who were around a bit after the French dickheads, they made this thing that might or might not be real. I don't really know, but that's part of the allure of it, called the Cybernetic Culture Research Unit. The only word I want to draw your attention to there is cybernetic. Feedback loops. That's what that means. So it's getting at that idea of stock market, fine, it's pinned to this reality. Iron and steel and Uber and Snapchat, okay, fine, they're useful, but suddenly it just becomes something to invest in, right? And this is why I don't hate the SpaceX IPO, because at least Elon Musk is harnessing this runaway process that now has nothing to do with reality, and he's trying to inject use value back into it, some legitimacy back into it, by making it about space exploration. He's trying to correlate the two again, right? But then you get these weird things when you try and correlate this thing that's been flying off for so long, and you try and pin reality back to it. You get space travel, and suddenly we're going to the fucking stars. Let's sort things out back at home first. And that doesn't mean ecologically. Fuck the climate. I don't give a fuck about the climate. You shouldn't either. There's bigger things to worry about. You shouldn't give a fuck about how Amazon workers are being treated. That's on the list. I'm a big fan of the film Begonia. That's on the list, but there's more important things like getting the fucking book in your hands first. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Shut the fuck up and take my money. That should be your approach. Subordinate the system. Don't just cut yourself off from it, and then you don't really cut yourself off from it, and it becomes like this activism that you get to post about on your Instagram. That's happened to the entirety of the Netherlands. They don't know what to fucking do in that country. Everyone there, they don't know what to fucking do in that country, in the Netherlands. The only thing they've got is in Amsterdam, they like, for some reason they forced it so that like certain high value companies need to be based in Amsterdam. Because there was these white people who had enough power, and they were just like, fuck it, you need to be here, guys, cool, to keep our economy going. They don't know what to do there. And it's gotten this bad, you know. They're like activists against Iran. Who gives a fuck about how Iran is treating its people? It's an alternative to whatever the fuck is taking over the rest of the globe right now. Alhamdulillah, bro, bismillah. I'll get fucking radicalized. Happy to. If that's the best de-stratifying path, I'm happy to. My friend has an interview right now. I'm going to close my window. Do you know what I mean? Bismillah, man. If the Quran is the way, then it's the way. And do you know what? This guy kind of is like half made it the way with Cyclonopedia. One of the reviews of this, reading Negarestani is like being converted to Islam by Salvador Dali. So, would recommend.